Jaron Boots Ennis should forget about Terence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. and focus on building his legacy. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Cardinal Red Sports. Let's talk about it. Alright, y'all. So, in the past week, we all have heard about what's been going on with the welterweight division. Terence Crawford being stripped of the IBF title. And Jaron Boots Ennis trying his best to get him or Errol Spence Jr. into the ring. I just want to give my take on why Boots should forget about both those guys and start building his own legacy. And that's for anybody listening.
At the end of the day, like I said before, it was out of my hands. There's nothing I can really do. I couldn't say yes or no. You know, they just bumped me up. They elevated me up. I've been mandatory for 2 years. Like, it was, IBF did their job. You know, it was out of my hands. And I've been winning Bud. I've been winning Spence. You know, I wanted all the top guys. All I want to fight is the top guys. Nobody is trying to step in the ring with me. It's not my fault. I'm trying.
All right, y'all. So, you know, it's been kind of a crazy week when it comes to the welterweight division. And even with the 154 division and the rematch between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. because everything seems to be kind of just up in the air and waiting to materialize. And, you know, it's crazy because in boxing, we normally don't get the fights we want. We normally don't get them when we want them. And now we finally get some contractual obligations, and they're still being held up by BS with these fighters.
Whoa! What the hell, Hop, are you people doing? Have you forgotten all your conspiracy learning?
You know, and it's crazy because a lot of times when things get held up, it's the fighters pointing at the promoters, or it's the promoters pointing at the fighters, or it's the network saying that they want too much money. Now it's kind of like the lights being shined on everybody. You know, we see what Terence Crawford's doing. We see the shady things he's doing behind the scenes. We see that he weight drains his opponents. We see that he waits his opponents out. We see that even when a guy is mandated to fight you, he still don't want to fight him under those terms. He's got to throw some new terms in there just to get something else in his favor.
What did you say, nigga?
And this is the reason I'm saying what I'm saying. I think that Jaron Boots Ennis is going to end up falling into a trap, same way that Errol Spence did. You know, the Spence-Crawford fight was built up as such a legacy-defining fight that I think both guys felt like they couldn't go on with their careers without fighting the other guy.
Check it out. Look at him in really bad shape. Come on, please. Give me. I need.
And I think for Errol Spence, he kind of got caught in the whirlwind, because if Errol Spence would have did what a lot of people expected him to do, or what a lot of people wanted him to do, was just move to 154 pounds and forget about Terence Crawford, we wouldn't be going through a lot of this stuff by now. You know, we most likely, if he would have done that, we most likely would have gotten an Errol Spence Jr. Boots Ennis fight at 154, and we wouldn't even have to worry about all this stuff. Terence Crawford would be stuck at 147 with his one belt. He would have most likely waited for Errol Spence to drop all his titles so he can go pick him up off some easy, light touch fight.
What's up, young blood?
What's up?
Swine, my brother?
Nah, no thanks.
Now let me tell you something. If you hit a man in time, his wounds will heal.
And, you know, Errol Spence, Boots Ennis, Terence Crawford could have all went on with their careers, but since that fight was built up as a legacy-defining fight, now we kind of got to sit around and just wait for the bull-ish to play out that Terence Crawford is doing to these other two guys. And I hate for Jaron Boots Ennis to get caught up in all this. You know, Jaron, he's so young, he's got so much talent, really doesn't have to wait around for Terence Crawford or Errol Spence Jr. He's one of those type of guys, you know, unlike a lot of fighters who have to have a gimmick
Absolutely.
to become big. You know, Floyd Mayweather's gimmick was that everybody hated him, even though, you know, he kind of built that up himself. He kind of made that his persona because of what he saw Vince McMahon and the WWE, WWF doing when he went over there and dealt with them for a little while. He saw that villains make a lot of money.
Oh, there they go. There they go. Every time I start talking about boxing, that's the one.
And, you know, Jaron Boots Ennis isn't that type of fighter. He has so much talent and he's got so much skill set that he really doesn't need a gimmick to sell himself. So he doesn't need a Terence Crawford fight is what I'm getting at. You don't even need a Terence Crawford fight if you feel like that's what's going to define your legacy. You can go out here and you can try to get a Keith Thurman. I know it's been hard for you to get anybody in the ring. Keith Thurman seems like he's begging for a fight, but when you try to present him with an opportunity, he's walking away from Boots. Everybody seems to be walking away from Boots because of his skill level. Nobody wants to take that chance of fighting a guy like Boots. And what that means is that Boots has the skill to beat 90% of fighters out here. And if he would just go make the fights that can be made for him, they might not make him a lot of money. But if all your fights end in knockouts, the fans will come a-knocking. If all your fights end in knockouts, the fans will come a-knocking. You know, all you got to do is show and prove at this point. So if you have to go fight a guy like Stanionis, or you have to go fight Josh Taylor, I think he moved up to 147. If you got to go fight some lower level competition just to keep padding your stats and collecting wins until Terence Crawford ultimately leaves the division, which is going to happen probably in the next year or so, you know, whenever the Errol Spence Jr. rematch happens and whenever he finally fights Jermell Charlo or whatever, then, you know, then go do that. You know, just build up your legacy and forget about Terence Crawford, man. You're going to get caught up in a situation the same way that Errol Spence Jr. did. You're going to feel like I got to do whatever I need to do to make that fight. And you're going to end up waiting around and waiting around and waiting around to the point to where Terence Crawford's going to catch you at that opportune time.
You hear my phone ring? Hey, hell no! No! Man, I'm on house arrest. I don't even supposed to be over here. Get a nigga locked up, man. Come on!
The same way he did to Errol Spence Jr. and it's not going to end well for you. So your best bet, no, forget about Terence Crawford. Go get the fights you can at 147. Defend your title a few times. And if you have to, just forget about 147 as well. Because if Terence Crawford's not willing to drop all those titles, then you might have to just go ahead and move up to 154 and try to get a fight with a guy like Errol Spence Jr. Try to take on Tim Tszyu and get that belt that he just collected. You know, try to get Jermell Charlo in the ring. You know, there are other opportunities out there for you if Thurman doesn't want to get in the ring, if Earl doesn't want to get in the ring with you, if Terence Crawford doesn't. Those are just the superstar names of right now. Listen, those guys' careers, they're at the tail end of their careers, so there's no need to be chasing after those names. There are newcomers to the fight world that are going to be big superstars over the next year, year and a half, 2 years. So why not go after those names? Go ahead and get early wins against those names. Build your own resume up and forget about these guys who keep trying to stall your career out, because that's what they want. They want to stall you out until they catch you at the right time.
No, I don't worry. I tell you, I'm a man who believed that I died 20 years ago. And I live like a man who is dead already. I have no fear whatsoever of anybody or anything.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about all that down in the comment section below. Hit that like button for me. Share, subscribe. Holler at me on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. But you are more than likely to get a response on the tube, so holler at me over there. If you want to collabo, feature a product, your channel on my channel, then hit my Gmail, because it is a flock of cards at gmail.com. And we are...
Show me love when I'm on it. I got songs for the chicks, songs for the thugs, songs for the radio, songs for the club. Can't forget the streets, I got a post up. Cops roll up, treat me like a soul drug. Throw me in the club, spend the night in jail, then you hate me to the judge, acting like he got a grudge. I ain't tripping, just set a player free. They ain't even tripping, I just gotta pay a fee. Drop a little cheese, then I'm back on the street. Yeah, I ain't learned shit, still selling CDs. The whole world gon' know about me. Hit the grind, get money, what you know about keys, man, yo.
To my new birthplace, Middletown. To my feature Terrence plays. To my village West Plains.
Show me love when I'm on your block. when I'm on your block. Hey yo, they copy my shit. When you and right player copy my shit. Never thought I'd make music for a profit, but look at me now. Everybody look at me smile, wave their hands and bow. Girl with the style, kill them with the sales pitch, put them on your track. I guarantee your sales quick. I got vodka and ginger ale mix. I'm trying to get the mail, bitch. Just go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Show me love when I'm on your block. Show me love when I'm on your block. Show me love when I'm on your block. Loose keys on the grind and it's ready to pop. Make sure you show me love when I'm on your block.
To my West End players, to my East End players, to my South End players, all my Birdtown players, all my Park Hill players, all my Westport players.